Hey guys, welcome to a Wadeboshiverson on basketball. This is going to be the NBA Finals, of course. I apologize for my blood dot. Kind of looks like one of those Indian girls. You know, they have the red dot in the middle of their forehead. Mine's a little off center, so I'm a dyslexic, red dot guy. NBA Finals. I know I haven't done a video on this in a while. People have asked me. I apologize. Wow! Games 1, 2, and 3. Wow! I honestly thought that the Golden State Warriors would win this in 5 games at most. Maybe 6 if they had an off shooting night. They could still win it in 6, but it's looking less likely. First of all, I want to start off with the Cavs. What things are working well, what things aren't working well. Then I'll move on to the Golden State Warriors and what each team needs to do in order to win the entire series. First of all, let's start with the Cleveland Cavaliers. What they have done well. LeBron frickin' James is playing 60 minutes a night. It's always good when LeBron James plays 60 minutes a night, because anytime the ball is in that guy's hands, positive things are going to happen. What he is doing well and what he is not doing well. He is not turning the ball over. He had 3 turnovers in that last game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, despite having the ball in his hands for, the entire game? He had 4 turnovers the game before that in 46 minutes. He's not missing. He's not, in the last game, he's not turning the ball over. That's a big thing. When the guy that's holding the ball for almost the entire game doesn't turn the ball over and has assist numbers of 11, 8, and 12 or something, that's really good. Especially when it's coming from your small forward. Alright, what's not going well is his shooting has been horrendous. LeBron James has missed shot after shot that he normally makes. That's good news if you're Cleveland. LeBron's cold. He's not hitting many. He's not hitting his threes. He's not hitting his mid-range jumper. And they're winning? Oh, by the way, Kyrie Irving, hurt. There goes your scorer. Kevin Love, who I think would dominate in this series, is gone. They have Matthew Dellavedova. He's not shooting well. He doesn't put up assist numbers. In all likelihood, he's not even that good on the offensive end. But he does something different than what Kyrie Irving and Steph Curry are doing. Hustle. Defense. Steph Curry is way faster than Matthew Dellavedova. Steph Curry should be blowing Dellavedova out of the water. But he isn't. I'll get to that in a second. First of all, wanted to say, Timothy Mozgov played a very good Game 2 and a very good Game 1, and he was non-existent in Game 3. I think he needs to return for the Cavs to win. They need to have 35-40 points from the low post. Take advantage of where Golden State is weakest. They're playing Draymond Green at the 5. You got to punish them for that. You got to put in your 7-footer, and he's got to bang with Draymond Green, send him sprawling to the floor and dunk on him. You gotta get production. If you're gonna get production from your big man, it has to be against Golden State. You gotta take advantage of that. You gotta force them into double teaming somebody in the post. LeBron. So that's what they gotta do. They gotta go to Mozgov down low. They don't have any other guy who can score in the low post. Just Timothy Mozgov. I think it's going to be important in the upcoming games to establish him early and often down there. Take some of the load off LeBron. If you put Mozgov in there like he did in Game 2 and 3, or Game 1 and 2, and he scores you 17 points in the low post, pretty happy with that. You rack up some fouls on Draymond Green, that's another good thing. You're getting rid of their only defensive big force down there. Andrew Bogut's been non-existent in this series. Pretty well swept the floor with him. So go to Timothy Mozgov. That's the key. Go to Timothy Mozgov. LeBron James posting up. That's good too. But you got to score in the low post against Golden State. I remind you, this is a team that has no 4 or a 5. Andrew Bogut plays 20 minutes a night. They're effective sometimes, but he hasn't been effective this series. Draymond Green plays the 4 and the 5 most of the time. Harrison Barnes has been playing the 4. I mean, he's skinny as a runt. Put your big man down there and punish. That's what you have to do if you're Cleveland. All right, Dellavedova, awesome hustle. Right now, Cleveland's just winning this thing on hustle because both teams are shooting deplorable numbers. Moving on to Golden State, what they need to do well. All right, this team starts and stops with the MVP, Steph Curry. Here's the number that I don't like from him. His assist numbers have been around 6 and at most 8. All right? When it's playoff time, you're playing almost 45, 46 minutes a night and you're the point guard. You need to do more if you're the MVP to get those assist numbers up. And what further concerns me is that he's taken over 60% of his shots from the three-point line. So if I'm Cleveland, what does that tell me? That tells me that there's one place that I need to guard Stephen Curry on the floor, and that's behind the three-point line. So I'm going to double, I'm going to trap him, I'm going to force the ball out of his hands from beyond the three-point line because I don't want him shooting from there. He's not driving the ball as by his assist numbers. We're not seeing those assist numbers up there. So that's what Steph Curry's got to do. Drive the ball. Take a couple mid-range and lay-ins. Take the ball to the hoop. All right, good things happen. If you drive the ball on that double team from the perimeter, all of a sudden you're going to force a third and a fourth guy to come over and help defense. And then you've got easy dishes to the big man down low. And also to the corner 3 specialist. I believe you have Klay Thompson on your team. Decent shooter, too. So that's what Curry's got to do. Just take it to the hoop. Rack up some fouls. Steph Curry didn't shoot a free throw last game. Not a single free throw. What MVP do you know that doesn't shoot a single free throw? Particularly when you shoot 92% from the free throw line. Get yourself to the free throw line. James Harden's made a career off of getting himself to the free throw line. That's what you got to do. If you shoot that high percentage, that's great shots for you. It's not good for Tristan Thompson, but it sure is good for Steph Curry to go to the free throw line. I want to see the assist numbers go up, and I want to see the number of shots that he takes from the floor from the two-point variety to go up. I want the percentage of his shots that are the 2-point shots to be higher than the amount of three-pointers he's taking. Last game he shot 13 threes and he shot 7 2-point shots. And those were all mid-range. They weren't lay-ins. Okay? He went 3 for 7 from the 2-point variety and 7 for 13 from the 3-point line. That sounds good, except for the fact that all of those threes were in the fourth quarter when the game was out of hand. Mostly. Klay Thompson as well. He's been taking over 50% of his shots from the 3-point line. You're a great 3-point shooting team. But when you're taking over 50% of your shots from beyond the 3-point line, that means as a defense, I have to be single-faceted. I just put one guy who plays up in your grill all game long. I'm expecting screens. All I'm going to do is switch on them. Just keep my guy stuck to you outside on the perimeter. You're not driving the ball as evidenced by your assist numbers. So what do I have to worry about? They keep looking for the 3-point shot instead of the 2-point shot. Go for the easy shot. You know, that guy's playing right up into you in the 3-point line.